Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us for our midweek Wednesday night meditation and Sutra study. We will begin with our 30-minute meditation. Okay, thank you, everybody. We'll take a few moments and get set up to continue our reading of the Shrangma Sutra. So we will see you in just a little bit. Okay. Thus, Ananda, each of these species has its 12 kinds of inversion, which, like dancing flowers, seen when one rubs one's eyes, overturn the perfect and pure enlightened mind, and cause wrong thinking. As you now practice the Buddha Samadhi, you should take 3 gradual steps to deal with the basic causes of stirring thoughts in order to wipe them out. This is like removing poisonous honey from a pot by using hot water mixed with ashes to cleanse the container. Only when the latter is completely clean can it be used to hold ambrosia.
What are these 3 gradual steps? The contributory practice to remove all accessory causes, the main practice to obliterate the basic causes, and the progressive practice to stop the growth of karma.
What are the accessory causes? Ananda, these 12 species in the world owe their existence to 4 ways of feeding by eating, touching, thinking about, and being conscious of food. Therefore, the Buddha says that all living beings depend on feeding for their stay.
Ananda, all beings live if they eat wholesome food and die if they take poison. In their search for samadhi, they should abstain from eating 5 kinds of pungent roots. If eaten cooked, they are aphrodisiac. If raw, they cause irritability. Although those who eat them may read the 12 divisions of the Mahayana canon, they drive away seers in the 10 directions who abhor the bad odor and attract hungry ghosts who lick their lips. They are always surrounded by ghosts, and their good fortune will fade away day by day to their own detriment. When these eaters of pungent roots practice samadhi, none of the bodhisattvas, seers, and good spirits come to protect them, while the mighty king of demons takes advantage of the occasion to appear as a Buddha, as if to teach them the Dharma. Thank you. Defaming and breaking the precepts and praising carnality, anger, and stupidity. At their death, they will join his retinue, and at the end of their time in his realm, they will fall into the unintermittent hell. Ananda, practicers of samadhi should never eat these 5 pungent roots. This is the first step of gradual practice.
What are the basic causes? Ananda, those practicers who wish to enter the state of samadhi should first observe strictly the rules of pure living to cut lust from the mind by abstaining from meat and wine, and by taking cooked instead of raw food. Ananda, if they do not abstain from carnality and killing, they will never escape from the 3 worlds of existence. They should consider lust as dangerous as a poisonous snake and a deadly foe. They should begin by strictly observing the Hinayana's 4 prohibitions for monks and 8 for nuns. To regulate the body and then adhere to the bodhisattva discipline to ensure the non-stirring of mind. If they observe these precepts, they will wipe out forever the karma that leads to birth and killing. If in addition they cease to steal, they will owe nothing to others and will not have debts to repay. Those who keep the rules of pure living in their practice of samadhi will be able to see with their own eyes without the aid of deva sight. All the worlds in the 10 directions. Deva sight, all the worlds in the 10 directions.
They will behold the Buddha preaching the Dharma, will personally receive the holy teaching, will win the transcendental power, which enables them to roam freely in all worlds, and will acquire the Buddha knowledge of all forms of their own and others' previous existences, and so will be immune from all calamities. This is the second step of gradual practice.
What happens when karma grows? The minds of these practitioners who observe the prohibitions, now free from sensual desire, will not wander outside in search of sense data, but return to the inner. For lack of causal sense data, their organs thus disengage from externals, turn back to the One, to which, since the six functions have ceased to discriminate, all countries will appear pure and clean. This is like a crystal ball with a bright moon inside it. Their bodies and minds will experience joy and great comfort in the state of absolute and perfect impartiality, in which the esoteric perfection and pure absoluteness of all Tathagatas appear. They will then achieve the great patience of the uncreate and will continue their progress towards sainthood. This is the third step of gradual practice.
Ananda, these virtuous men will dry up their sensual desire and disengage their organs from sense data. This withering of causes stops the growth of karma. The clinging mind is now empty and clear, being but unmixed wisdom, which is perfect and bright by nature, illumining all worlds in the 10 directions. This realization of wisdom is called the stage of dry wisdom, because they have cut off their sensual habits, but have not yet entered the Tathagata's Dharma stream.
They use their mind to look into the innermost depth. The perfect and profound will manifest. This state of absolute perfection leads to that of true absoluteness, resulting in the permanence of absolute faith and the total eradication of all false thinking. This is the mean in its true purity and is called the stage of Bodhisattva faith.
Their faith, thus genuinely achieved, ensures their complete understanding, which is no more hindered by the aggregates, entrances, and fields of senses, and thereby embraces the past, present, and future. Thus are exposed the vicious habits which led to their countless incarnations in the past, the smallest details of which they can now remember. This is called the stage of remembrance.
This absolute perfection in its purity causes the essential to turn all vicious habits contracted since the time without beginning into one bright essence which continues to advance towards the real and the pure. This is called the stage of zealous progress.
The essence of mind, which now manifests, is the wisdom. This is called the stage of wisdom. This bright wisdom now shines upon its own substance in stillness and profundity, thus ensuring the permanent union. This is called the stage of dhyana. The light of dhyana becomes brighter. It is now more penetrating and prevents all backsliding. This is called the stage of non-retrogression.
The mind, now advancing smoothly, preserves all previous achievements and is aware of all Tathagatas in the 10 directions. This is the stage of protection of the Dharma. The brightness of wisdom thus preserved and strengthened, can now, by means of its transcendental power, reflect the light of the Buddha's compassion, and thereby abide within his body, like two bright mirrors facing and reflecting each other to infinity. This is the stage of reflective powers.
The light of the mind then turns inwards and unites forever with the unsurpassed absolute purity of the Buddha, thereby resting in the non-retrogressive state of transcendental non-activity. This is called the stage of discipline. A great comfort derives from this rest in discipline, which enables the mind to roam at will anywhere in the 10 directions. This is called the stage of the mind resolve.
Ananda, after achieving these 10 stages by practical expedients, the essence of mind manifests and radiates. The intermingling of these 10 functions of mind perfects the one mind. This is called the purposive stage.
The inner mind now radiates like brilliant pure gold in a globe of clear crystal. As the previous wisdom now reaches this mind ground, this is called the stage of the control of the ground. The cognizance of the mind ground fully reveals both wisdom and its object as one reality in the 10 directions, free from all hindrance. This is called the stage of practice.
This bodhisattva conduct is now similar to that of the Buddha, which influences it. Like a dead man in the intermediate state seeking parents as a channel for his rebirth in the world, the advancing mind enters the Tathagata seed. This is called the stage of noble birth.
Gestating in the holy womb inherits the basic bodhi, and the fetus is formed with all its characteristics. This is called the stage of all in readiness. Both form and mind are identical with those of the Buddha. This is called the stage of true mind. The integration of body and mind becomes firmer with the passing of time. This is called the stage of non-retrogression, and the fetus is now complete with the 10 aspects of the Buddha body. This is called the stage of Bodhi in its infancy.
The fetus, now completely formed, is born and becomes a son of Buddha. This is called the stage of the heir to the king of the law. The celebration of his coming of age is like the consecration ceremony held when a crown prince assumes the reins of government. This is called the stage of investiture.
Ananda, although these virtuous men, after attaining the rank of a son of Buddha, have acquired the Tathagata's countless merits, they remain in harmony with all beings in the 10 directions. This is called joyful service.
They are able to work for the welfare of all living beings. This is called beneficial activity. Their self-enlightenment and the enlightenment of others are free from all contradiction. This activity is called non-resentful.
Their continuous appearance in countless forms in the unending future, free from the conception of time and space, is called inexhaustible activity. Their preaching, free from all clinging, confirms to non-duality of all Dharma doors, and is called an activity never out of order.
The unity reveals a vast variety of undifferentiated phenomena. This is called skillful activity to appear. In this state, All the worlds in the 10 directions appear in every speck of dust, with neither dust nor worlds hindering each other. This is called the non-clinging activity.
All manifestations are but the highest perfection. This is exalting activity. This perfect intermingling achieves the Buddha pattern in the 10 directions and is called the skillful performance of the law. Each line of action is but pure and transcendental non-activity, derived from the one reality of thatness. This is called activity in harmony with the truth.
Ananda, after these virtuous men have won transcendental powers in their performance of the Buddha work, they attain the state of pure reality, which frees them from all hindrances. They should deliver living beings without clinging to the notion of salvation in order to turn the non-active mind towards the path to nirvana. This is dedication to the salvation of all living beings while avoiding the conception of saving them.
The wiping out of all that is destructible, while avoiding the very idea of so doing, is called dedication to the indestructible. The realization that basic bodhi is profound and equal to the Buddha's enlightenment is called dedication to equality with all Buddhas.
Manifestation of the pure mind ground, which is identical to the state of a Buddha, is called dedication to omnipresence. The three...
Jacob, you got a hand up? Sorry, Desmond.
No, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I wanted to say that basic bodhi is unrealized supreme bodhi. So basic bodhi is just quiet mind. It's that space between the thought arising and thought declining. And supreme bodhi is controlling it, intentionally controlling it. So that bodhi is always there because the space between the thought always exists. It's just that we're not aware of it. So that's what makes basic bodhi bright and pure, because it's not under the you're not aware of it. So there's no awareness of it, so therefore it can't be tainted. And then you become aware of it, and then you control it. And that's what makes it supreme bodhi. But anyway, that's my input. Thanks.
And thank you for that clarification. And I do have a follow-up question. This would be different than the concept of samadhi and sahaja samadhi, with effort and without effort.
Well, samadhi is quiet mind with effort, which is still supreme bodhi, as long as you're maintaining the supreme bodhi. Passing airplane. Sounds like I got diverted to a different airport, different flight line. Anyway, and then sahaja samadhi is without effort because it has become effortless. So you're able to control supreme bodhi and stay in supreme bodhi without effort, because it's become as natural as breathing without noticing that you're breathing. It has become an awareness without effort. And then, but those two are both supreme bodhi.
Okay, and this is a basic bodhi is a separate concept than supreme bodhi. Okay.
Yep. Basic bodhi is in all things at all times. It is always there. Basic bodhi is the quiet that exists between one moment and the next. It is just, it's just quiet. It's just peace. It's, if you look at a As I say, could say, it is the resting state between activity and inactivity.
Okay.
So it would be the middle between an apex of a wave and the trough of a wave. It's
Okay.
it's a middle state. It is in the middle path. So and it's in all things at all times. It's a fact of physics and biology and everything.
Makes sense. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yeah, sure.
you. And sorry, Jasmine, I forget where you got cut off at.
Yeah, just restart from number 5. The free intermingling of the worldly and the Tathagata is called dedication to the inexhaustible store of merits.
The rising of only pure causes from the same state of Buddhahood in search of nirvana is called dedication to the excellent roots of impartiality.
The realization of impartiality in this way, which reveals the identity of all living beings in the 10 directions with one's fundamental nature, the perfecting of which does not exclude any one of them. This called dedication to the sameness of all beings.
The realization of the identity of all phenomena, free from all differentiation, with no clinging to either sameness or difference, is called dedication to the absolute.
The achievement of this absolute, free from all hindrance in the 10 directions, is called dedication to unimpeded liberation.
Perfect realization of self-nature, which wipes out all consideration about the realm of Dharma, is called dedication to the boundless Dharma Dhatu. This looks like we've reached the end of a section. Being that we're already going a little bit over time, it might be good to end here at 6:42 at the beginning of this new section.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, let me make sure this is okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for attending tonight's meditation sutra study. Thank you everyone's patience for the technical issues there, but I am glad we were able to resolve that and getting to some more of the Shurangama. Looks like some very interesting stuff happening. And
All right.
Barring any further discussion, comments, or questions, I think we'll end it there and see you all again next time. Next service will be on Sunday for our weekly Sunday service.
Thank you for hosting, Robert.
Oh, no worries. I'm glad to do so. And
Thank you. Thank you, Rob.
thank you everyone for joining.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.